You look at that sort of, not just the incredible bull market that Nvidia has been in, then the decline and this rapid turnaround. What is fueling this stock?
Yeah, I think what's fueling it is there is still a ton of spending on the AI chips that Nvidia makes. So I think the downtick was concerns that spending might abate. Also that they might have some issues with their next generation of chips, and I think the recovery has to do with a lot of recent data points suggesting that spending on AI just isn't slowing.
Can you point to a catalyst in particular?
Certainly Foxconn last week. They came out and said that things are going really well, that the rest of their year looks great, and a lot of that is being driven by AI servers. They're NVIDIA's largest partner on its new Blackwell chips. But beyond that, you go back a little bit, Supermicro, another big NVIDIA customer. They had a tough quarter because of gross margins, but their sales were great and their guidance was great.
You mentioned the Blackwell chip. There's been some concern about that being delayed. Does it matter to the overall growth narrative for NVIDIA?
I think in the near term, it certainly doesn't. So if I look at last quarter and this quarter coming, I don't think Blackwell was ever going to be a large portion of revenue. Moving forward, certainly they have to execute and make sure that any delay is minor versus major. And certainly you don't want to see it being a repeated problem, but they've executed so well. If they're on track from here, I don't think it matters.
So Nvidia has earnings on the 29th of August, so make sure you follow and subscribe for my pre-earning video that I'll release a couple of days beforehand to let you know how much you should invest and why. Alright, so why did we see a drop in the share market with Nvidia and other AI stock? Now let me start by saying that this has nothing to do with the decision that Fed made or the Japanese market, because the change in AI sentiment started a month prior to that. Sure, these events accelerated the crash, but they were not the main reason it happened. Now, the artificial intelligence trade has been losing its luster as of late. Shares of Alphabet, Amazon, and Microsoft, three of AI's biggest players, are down over the last month, with Google parent Alphabet dropping by 14%, Amazon off about 8%, and Microsoft falling more than 7% as of Thursday. The stock moves come after the companies, along with fellow hyperscaler Meta, confirmed they will continue pouring billions of dollars into building out the AI infrastructure over the next quarters, without providing much insight into when they're going to turn all that spending into revenue. But the most important component of the AI trade is Nvidia. It still has to report earnings. The chip company's performance could turn around the AI trade more than any of the other hyperscalers. So unlike those software firms, revenue hasn't been a problem for Nvidia. Still, if it falls short of Wall Street's already high expectations, it could bring the AI trend down with it. Now we've got second quarter reporting on the 29th of August, like I said. I'm expecting the share price to increase by 5% that day, and I'm expecting the share price to be around $160 by the end of this year. Now, before the 5th of August, AI companies such as Micron, TSMC, and Alphabet reported some great earning results, yet the share price crashed after reporting. Let's start by looking at the chip company Micron. Now, they supply Nvidia with some high bandwidth memory chips. So Micron reported earnings on the 26th of June. They had amazing earning results, yet we see a 7% drop in share price. The reported third quarter earnings were 62 cents per share. They beat estimates by 29%. So as you can see, this was a great result for Micron, yet we have a 7% drop in share price. So when positive news is interpreted as negative, that's when you know we're in a bear market. Micron is a company I've just bought shares in because right now it's trading at a bargain price with a PE ratio of around 10. So keep an eye on Micron. Another of Nvidia's main suppliers is TSMC. They reported on the 17th of July. Their earnings per share increased from $1.13 to $1.47. So that's a 30% increase, yet we have a drop of 8% in share price overnight. Let's have a look at Google's parent company Alphabet. They reported earnings on the 24th of July, and again, amazing results. The earnings per share increased from $1.44 to $1.89. That's a 31.25% increase, yet we see the share price drop by 4.94% overnight. But things changed on the 5th of August when Palantir released its second quarter results after the close on August the 5th. That's when things turned around. The stock soared more than 10% the next day. The data analytic giant reported a 27% annual revenue spike to $678 million, beating Wall Street estimates by 3.9%. Adjusted earnings soared 80% to 9 cents per share, also topping expectations. Now, Nvidia's huge year-over-year gains won't last forever. Alphabet, Amazon, and Microsoft AI spending might be giving investors some concern, but it's helping Nvidia's revenue. The company's Hopper AI chips are the most sought after on the market, and the firm is set to begin ramping up production of this Blackwell line later this year. The company controls 80 to 95% of the market for high-powered AI chips. That means every time a company says it's spending on AI capabilities, chances are it's buying up or at least using Nvidia's processors. But the most important component of the AI trade is Nvidia. It still has to report earnings. The chip company's performance could turn around the AI trade more than any of the other hyperscalers. So unlike those software firms, revenue hasn't been a problem for Nvidia. Still, if it falls short of Wall Street's already high expectations, it could bring the AI trend down with it. Alright, so we have Nvidia's earnings on the 29th of August. Should you buy more shares? My answer is yes. Like I said, I'm expecting a 5% increase in share price. At the moment, Nvidia makes up 12% of my portfolio, and at the moment, I'm not looking to increase that at this stage. I'll have another update for you next week, so don't forget to follow and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.